Welcome back to QT with a Pod. Hello, all of my beautiful friends. Welcome back to the podcast. It's me, your host. Your host. I don't know why I was going to call myself a co host. I guess, anyways, welcome back. I'm your host, Kui. Thank you guys again for listening. Please make sure that you share this podcast with a friend. That is the easiest way and the best way for you to help me get exposure. So continue to share the podcast, send the link directly to a friend, post it on your story, tag me in your story, and let's keep talking about this podcast because it's doing great and I'm loving all the analytics. So that is great. Also received feedback from Vision Board Podcast. I'm so proud of all of you that made vision boards and set goals for 2021. I know it can be a little weird for some people to actually set goals because especially for the new year coming out of 2020, it's just like, is it worth it? It's always worth it to set goals. If you are able to breathe, then you should be working towards something. And it doesn't always have to be this large, grandiose goal like, I'm going to lose 30 pounds in a year. It can literally be, if it's fitness related, just an example, it can literally be that I'm going to take 5,000 steps a day. Like if you only take 100 steps a day, if you don't move from your couch, don't jump up to start taking 10,000 steps or start running. Sis, that's not you. Don't do it. And you're going to fail. And then you're going to feel defeated. And then you're going to be back on your couch. So, shout out to all of you that made smart goals. They are attainable and reasonable. I love you. Keep up the great work as well. I also am recording this episode before the high functioning alcoholic episode came out. So I'm really curious to know what you guys think about that. Um Definitely send me a voice memo. Use the link in my Instagram bio. If you're not following me on Instagram, follow me at BigQuiQui. That is BigQuiQui. Another thing, guys, I'm on Twitter now. I was on Twitter in college. I tried to just activate my old Twitter, but I don't know how to do that. So I had to make an entirely new Twitter. So follow me on Twitter at QT with the podcast and make sure we talk over there too. Follow me. I'll make sure to follow you back. I'm trying to do the cool girl thing. So let's jump into. Oh, before I jump into that episode, yes, the alcoholic episode. Send me voice memos. Let me know what was your journey like with alcohol? I feel like everybody was getting drunk during quarantine for no reason. Or maybe it was just me. Now let's jump into today's episode. So, today we're talking about how to live a life of luxury. We see luxury all around us, especially on social media. Like if you haven't seen a Chanel purse today or seen someone made a comment about a Birkin bag, are you really living life? You're probably not. So, when we do think about luxury, like typically we think of rich people or wealthy people and them having empires and all of that. So, I decided just to do a quick Google search on the word luxury and some things stood out to me. So, one is that luxury, the what makes a product luxurious is the consumer. So the fact that you are willing to pay a certain amount for something and wear it around and advertise it because you are advertising these products, it makes it luxurious. Second, the demand of luxury items increase as your income increases. Of course, that makes sense. I make more money. I want to have more quote unquote exclusive things I just can't buy from Walmart. Um, And then, so the definition of luxury, comfort and extravagance as well. And I thought that was very interesting, the use of those two words. Like, usually when I think of extravagance, I don't think of comfort. So that's interesting. And then the final thing is these are three characteristics of a luxury item. So, one, a high price, two, limited supply, And three, a celeb association. So this is any endorsements you may see, etc. And I thought, well, not all celebrities, of course, because if I have a certain rapper promoting my product, it may bring down the value, especially if that rapper is black. Like, come on. So, those are all the things associated with luxury. So, when I think about the lifestyle of the rich and wealthy and luxurious, I don't imagine them clocking in at work every day. I don't imagine them waking up being like, oh, I don't want to go to work. I don't imagine them commuting somewhere. I don't imagine them running around and feeling like they're out of ding, ding, ding time. When I think of a luxurious lifestyle, I think of time. I think time is the most exclusive thing that one could have. Anyone can go buy a bag, some shoes, any other material thing that you feel like will define your status or help elevate you. Don't act like anyone can't buy these things though. Yes, these things are expensive, but sis, what is Klarna? I can easily go buy something and finance it with these credit things. I don't know what you call it. I can set up myself on a payment plan. I can easily buy something on my credit card and pay it off over time. I can go to Poshmark or Depop and buy these items secondhand. These items are not exclusive and they truly don't define anything. They don't define your status at all. There was one girl and I knew before, I still know her. I'm always trying to talk about people without directly talking about them. But this girl I know, she got a new car recently and she was the type of girl that really wanted to buy quote unquote luxurious things to set herself apart or stand out or just seem as though she was bougie. So when she got this car, she was working with a student and she told the student like, I could take you home after this, and the student said, no, I'll catch the bus. So she made the statement, what, you don't want to get in my BMW? Which was like, you have a BMW does not mean everybody wants to get in that BMW. That it doesn't mean that at all. Like, it's just a car. And she thought that that was something associated with her status. When realistically speaking, it doesn't speak to the amount of money that you make because you can easily buy a BMW used, you're financing it, of course. So, all that to say, anybody can buy these things, but not everyone has time. So, think about all the things you can do with time. You can have time to travel, time to read, time to exercise, time to go see your friends, time to actually pursue your hobbies, just time in general. So, that is why I say time is the most luxurious thing. And I made this discovery or came to this realization when I was a teacher. Teachers don't have time to do anything. And I'll speak for myself how I felt. I felt indebted to my job, to my kids. So we don't really have time to plan. We don't have time to take care of our personal needs. Don't have time to even collaborate with other teachers really because you have to be there for your kids. Like literally your planning period, you may have to have some kids in there with you. Lunch, kids are banging on your door. So just the time for yourself to even process, to reflect was not there. Um And I think just thinking about it now, I think there is a direct link between the amount of free time you have and your mental wellness. Because, I mean, if you are just constantly working, 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 and doing nothing for yourself or having time for yourself, how can you actually feel like a complete person, a whole person? So, and then when you're working as well, like even thinking of the wealthy, every day doesn't look the same for them. Sure, they have little routines. I'm sure as every person has micro routines and habits that you perform to get you through your day, but just imagining doing the same thing every single day has to be a little depressing. And I know towards the end of my life, I will never look back and say, I wish I did more in this job, or I wish I put more effort towards this. I will definitely want more time. So, that is that's leading us into our topic. So, I can't get more time for you. I specifically cannot do that for you. But I can tell you how I've learned to build more time in my day so I can feel like a full person and do the things that I enjoy and live that luxury lifestyle. And I do want to add this disclaimer: having more free time, what you want to do with that free time is up to you. So, I personally like to use my free time to try to build a lifestyle so that I don't have to live my current 9 to 5 lifestyle. I'm super grateful for my job, but I just can't do it forever. I can't. I know what I want to do with my life. I know how I want my life to look, and I'm working towards building that life. So that is what I use my free time to do. I also use my free time to, of course, work out. Like I said, go shopping. When I do those things, when I have time to do that in the mental capacity to do that, I feel so rich, and all of you should feel rich too. So, without further ado, here we go. I have some tips to help you get more time. And I understand that everyone's lives are completely different. Your habits are completely different. But at the end of the day, you know who you are, you know yourself, you know your needs and your wants. I am just here to talk about something I like to talk about. So let's jump into 3 ways to get more time. So, the first way to get more time is to wake up early or stay up late. And I say that because not everyone is a morning early riser and not everyone is a night owl. And whenever I do read articles or listen to podcasts, it's always talking about waking up early. And that's fine and dandy for people that like waking up early, but not everyone likes that. So when I wake up early, it's because that's when I'm most productive. Like, I can wake up, drink my coffee, start working out, clean up. I will sit down and plan podcasts, do some research, everything that I want to do before I actually have to start work. And I know that I'm using that extra time to do extra work, but again, you use your extra time for whatever you may want it for. So, yeah, this way you can get in like an extra 3 hours. It helps you set the tone for your day, your night. It's still important for you to get the hours of sleep you need. So, I know I'm a 7 to 8 hours kind of girl. I know some of you are 4 to 5 hours kind of girls. Not me. So, number one, wake up early or stay up late. Whatever you have to do, wherever you feel like you have the most energy, using this time to do the things that you want to do or the things that you feel like you need to do to lead yourself towards the lifestyle that you want to live. Okay. Number two is prioritize your day. Prioritize and organize your day. Everything is not urgent. I saw this quote, your emergency does not require my urgency. Something to that sort. Just because someone else has something pop up in the day, that doesn't mean you drop everything and go do it. Okay? So I talked a lot about this in my episode about how to be a selfish girl. Go listen to that episode. That will talk about everything. Not everything is worth your time. It's just not. And I remember I said this. You went out to a bar with Susie, Sally, and May, and you could have been at home painting your nails and greasing your scalp. Like, stop it, sis. So that's prioritizing your day and your time. Now, as far as organizing, I love to-do lists and putting things on my calendar. So, a good to-do list and crossing it off, it's a beautiful feeling to me. To me. Now, your to-do list can look any kind of way. Like a lot of people think maybe I just have to write this down on a piece of paper. I also love to get sticky notes and put them around the house. And it's something that, like, for instance, take this package to FedEx so I can ship or return. I will just have a sticky note sitting on my door to my garage every time I walk out of my garage door. It's in my head that I have to do this. The day that I take it off the door and do it, it will get done. So to-do lists can look so many different ways. Take your sticky notes and place them all around the house where you will see it all the time, and eventually you'll be like, I need to do that. That's one way, or you can just write the list and cross it off. You can make a digital to-do list. You can set reminders on your phone. I have my Google. I tell Google to remind me to do things at certain times. So, doing those things, prioritizing and organizing your day, are going to help create more time because you just won't be in that rut where you're like, what do I have to do? Or you don't find yourself doing things that you actually don't want to do and you're wasting your time. And time is a valuable resource that you can't get back. You can get money back. You will never get back that time that you spent helping your best friend take down her braids, knowing damn well you didn't want to do it. Say no. Say no, and if they hate you because of it, they were never your friend. All right. And then my last tip to get more time in your day and therefore live a more luxurious lifestyle is avoid interruptions. This is hard. And let me tell you why it's hard for me. I'm addicted to my phone, as many of us are, right? So, for instance, I do my things TikTok taught me mini series. And I get on TikTok to go find the TikToks that I favorited to rewatch them and just write down my notes from them, get the links, send them, blah, blah, blah. There have been so many times where I just end up scrolling for 30 minutes on TikTok and I forgot to find the three TikToks I was supposed to be talking about for the podcast. That it's that simple. So distractors can so many look like so many different things for us. For me, it's my phone. I will get caught up on it. I will figure out how to get more engagement on a Instagram post. I will scroll so deep on somebody's Instagram feed when that's not what I got on my phone to do. So the way that the thing that I have done to help me with that is use the focus mode on my phone. I'm not sure what it's called on an iPhone. I'm not an iPhone kind of girl, but on my phone, Android, I have focus mode where I can disable certain apps and disable notifications and text, etc. And I do this when I know, okay, I need to actually sit down and do this. I can't have any distractions. I especially do it when I am sleeping. So, side note, I'm sure you know about this. So, everyone knows about my good old toxic relationship with my ex. He used to call me when we would be broken up. He used to call me at like 3 a.m. and 4 a.m. and all times of the night, waking me up to talk about stupid stuff. So stupid. So that's when I started putting my phone on Do Not Disturb because previous to that, I was just like, something may happen. I need to be on standby. But after I discovered that on my phone, and there was no looking back. So that is where I started doing it. And then I found out that I can like just disable certain numbers at certain times from calling. So I started that. Um, yeah, it is just explore your phone. Phones now are becoming more wellness centered, I guess, where you can see how much time you spend on each app or your screen time, how many notifications you get, how many times you've unlocked your phone, blah, blah, blah. So utilize that portion of your phone. Um, and if you don't have that, just turn it off when you know you got to do stuff or put it on silent. I don't know. take this and reformat it for your lifestyle. So, those are the three ways to build more time into your life so that you can have a more luxurious lifestyle. Let's recap. One, wake up early or stay up late. Two, prioritize and organize your day. And three, avoid interruptions. So, if you aren't rich, wealthy, you probably don't have a ton of time in your day. Time is luxurious. Okay? Get more time. You want time to play basketball, to paint your nails, to take a bubble bath, to go shopping. Do it. You can do it. Sometimes you may want to build time, free time just to have free time, or you may want to use up your extra time to pursue a different lifestyle. That is all up to you as well. Well, those are all my thoughts. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope you guys have a positively productive rest of the day or evening. Bye.